Hey, happy Monday, y'all. We are coming with just a really quick real estate unfiltered conversation today. So last week I was talking to one of my friends and she was telling me how she was just it was on Friday, I believe. So she was just getting out of like a little massage, I think that she scheduled for herself and a nail appointment. She told me she was enjoying her summer Fridays. And I was like, "Ooh, she's like a high level manager, I think like a regional HR type of director." So I'm like, "Did you just decide to do this for yourself?" Because I know some people who just take Fridays off in the summer, right? Or is this like a company policy? And she's like, "It's actually a company policy." And I'm like, "That's such a cool idea." And I feel like I've heard of it, and I don't know if you have, Carissa, but it's never really something I've put too much stock into. I think I know more people who just choose to take Fridays off in the summer if they have enough PTO, as opposed to companies that have it as like a standing like policy. Have you ever heard of
Yeah,
anything like that?
no, a couple of my friends that work in corporate America have the same thing. Actually, even one of my clients that we just closed on last month, she was telling me how her company does summer
Summer
Fridays,
Fridays?
and it it's great. Like when I say great, like obviously it has to be the right situation. However, things do slow down typically in the summertime in almost every industry because people are going on vacation and doing things with their kids. Their kids are out of school. So employers look at it as number one, they are helping their employees because they don't have to ask as many days off, and it's just that flexibility. And it's more about like, are they showing up when they need to show up, right? And getting done what they need to get done. And I think it's almost like that same concept with the unlimited PTO. Most people don't take advantage of it, really. You would think
I
like,
do.
yeah, yeah, but when I say take advantage of it, I mean like your work does not lack because of it. So
Right.
you just
Oh, right.
figure it
In a
out.
bad way. Yes. So most
Yeah.
people don't. Oh, well, I think both, honestly. Most people don't take advantage, as in they don't manipulate it or whatever. But then there's a lot of people
Mhm.
who don't take advantage and then they still just won't take time off, which I think is kind of silly too, because if you have the time off, why wouldn't you take it? So I love that you brought up the unlimited PTO. I do that, right? And at some point, it just became easier based on the fact that I do work so many hours for the Valerie King team, for example. So rather than saying like I get 3 weeks off a year or whatever the case is, like it's just unlimited.
Yeah.
My hours are my hours as long as I make them up. And I know a lot of companies that do that. A big reason it actually saves them money on the back end because then if you leave, they don't have to pay out for unlimited PTO. So there is no like, I owe you 3 weeks vacation pay or anything like that, for example. So that is honestly why a lot of them started to implement that. And it helped people, I guess, feel more comfortable about not worrying about how much PTO they were using or not. And to what Carissa said, most people don't take advantage of it. They use what they use, but they don't go overboard with it.
Right. It gives people that regulation, it makes them feel like they are in control. And when you give people control, they're afraid of losing it, so they don't want to take advantage of it. And if you have the right person in the right seat, they're not going to. So just keep that in mind when you guys are planning maybe next summer. If you are in charge of doing that, maybe you want to, do that for your employees. And or if you are just, not just, but you're a realtor yourself, you might want to implement it for yourself, and Fridays be your flex day where,
Right.
you can do some things with the family or just sleep a little later, whatever you want.
Right. And that's what I was gonna say as well. Like I not this year, but there have been some summers in the past where I've done like almost like half Fridays or out like by 2 o'clock, like I'm tapping out, right? Like that was just my way of taking advantage of summer Fridays, for example. And I think that was the same for hers. I believe she got out early, like by 1, if I remember what the text
Mhm.
said correctly. Not that she was off necessarily every Friday, but if you have a team, then I absolutely think that's a great idea to implement that, or just even casual Fridays, right? Like not wear your PJs, but dress down Fridays, or maybe
Or
you
flex
treat the
Friday, you let
team
them
to
work
lunch
from
on
home.
Fridays.
Yeah.
Exactly. Work from home. Exactly. So just
Yeah.
something to help. It's summer. Most of us want to be outside, besides the fact that it's been raining for days. But, other than that, like we don't necessarily want to feel like we're missing summer. And so little things like that, whether it's casual Fridays, Friday lunches, summer Fridays, getting out early, taking the day off, like all of those can just help you feel more vested and more engaged in what you're doing.
Absolutely. So think about it for next year. We're almost to the end of the summer, but definitely think
Yeah.
about what
Or
that
the
could
rest
look
of the
like next
summer.
year.
Like August has just started over this past weekend.
That's
So,
true.
there's still four Fridays in August, I
Yeah.
think.
It's hard for me
Um,
to wrap my head around that because my kids went back to school today, like literally today. So
right.
it's
Yeah.
so hard for me to wrap my head around that summer's not over.
I know. It's so different than, yeah, for us, they don't go back until like that last week, I think, of August or whatever. And then Labor Day is late this year. So, like, really, you
Mhm.
could do like the next 5 Fridays. It would be the kind of thing probably like up until Labor Day. And I remember she did say that up until Labor Day weekend, and then summer Fridays would be over. So, just something to think about that you could implement whether this year or next year for your team, for yourself, for your own, mental peace of mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was great seeing you guys today or talking with you, and we will see you next week.
Yeah. Have a good day, guys.